They'll arrive at St. Peter's already dressed in red robes, the color a reminder the cardinals must be faithful to Christ, his church, and the Pope, to the point of shedding blood.
Nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
Pope Francis' red hat picks, those in charge of picking popes, see the church much like the Holy Father. The new group is not overly liberal by secular standards, but could be put in a more pastoral camp of the church. Vatican watchers speculate the Pope is sending a message to move away from cultural combat.
The Holy Father wants us to be those who are beyond the message, but to be in the trenches, to be those churches at our field hospitals in the world. And my hope is that I can live up to that.
BLASE CUPICH is one of the 3 Americans chosen for the college. The Cardinal-Designate of Chicago believes the Pope is not sending messages, but pastors. Another red hat pick, Kevin FARRELL, is from Dallas. Francis summoned him to Rome to run a brand new Vatican department on family. Clearly, his focus is on compassion.
And I think that's what we need to do. We need a more loving, a more caring church. When we keep pushing rules and regulations all the time, well, you know, none of us are good at following rules.
Until now, conservative American cardinals have come to play a large role in the U.S. hierarchy. With the new blood that is being injected, a shift in tone naturally follows.
Rightly or wrongly, the church in many areas was not seen as a sign of mercy.
Cardinal-Designate Joseph TOBIN is set to become a neighbor of both the Brooklyn Diocese and the Archdiocese of New York. He's taking over Newark, New Jersey. The prelate's an old friend of the Holy Father. More than a decade ago, they shared a coffee and a conversation right after the election of Benedict XVI.
You were my mother's candidate, and he looked at me quite surprised. He said, "How does your mother know me?" I said, "Well, she read in the newspaper that you pick up after yourself, that you cook your own food and you wash your clothes." And I said, frankly, she's had it up to here with princes of the church.
The Cardinal-to-be says the Holy Father never forgot his mom. He hopes they'll meet this weekend. For Currents, I'm Michelle Powers.